So good morning, grade 8 students. And so I hope na my audio is clear and I am audible at your end. And so I hope you are doing well then, no, and safe sa mga bahay po ninyo. And so for today, we will be having our second, no, lesson for this quarter. And so once again, welcome to our music and art class. So for today, and so we are going to explore the world of East Asian arts, no, specifically the court performing and visual arts of China, Japan, and Korea. So our lesson is called East Asian Inspirations, Merging Conventional and Contemporary Arts in Creative Expression. So that means we will see how their traditional arts have evolved and mixed with modern styles today. So ready na ba kayo? Okay, so let's begin na. Okay, so for our learning objective for this lesson, so by the end of our discussion, you should be able to identify the important features or elements of traditional and modern arts from China, Japan, and Korea. And then second, explain how the techniques used in their court arts reflect their culture and history. And the last is apply your learning by creating art inspired by their style. So habang nakikinig kayo sa discussion natin, so isipin ninyo kung paano ninyo pwedeng magamit or gamitin yung mga elements na madidiscuss natin sa mga creative works ng mga ibang bansa. Okay, so before we dive in sa mismong topic natin, let's identify muna yung mga key terms natin or yung mga vocabulary words po natin. So first, we have the aesthetic. Okay, so sabi dyan, a set of principles underlying and guiding the work of a particular artist or artistic movement. So this means since our sense of beauty, alam naman natin na when we say aesthetic, maganda po siya sa mata. It is beauty in the eyes of human or people na nakakakita doon sa isang art form. Okay, so for example na lang natin na art form dito is yung sa Japanese art natin. Wherein yung mga wood blocks ng mga Japanese. Okay? Or yung mga paintings ng mga Japanese people. Okay? So their arts kasi it values simplicity. And yun yung sinasabi natin sa aesthetic po. So minimalist lang kasi yung mga arts na nagagawa natin. Kapag aesthetic yung pinofocus po natin. Okay? And so let's proceed to the next key terms. So we have the technique naman. So sabi dito, the methods and skills used in creating art, whether visual or performance based. So in this method or skills used in arts, so halimbawa na lang kung paano ginagamit ng mga painters, yung mga brushes nila. Okay? So yun yung tinatawag natin na technique. So pwede siyang through visual or pwede rin siyang through performance based. So that is the technique po. Okay, so next we have the medium. Yan. So the medium, sabi dyan, the materials or methods used to create art such as paint, clay, or digital media. So the material or tool in tools used in arts po, like paint, clay, or even digital media. So when we say medium, so ito yung mga ginagamit ninyo. Ano ba yung mga materials? Ano ba yung mga tools na gagamitin ninyo kapag gumagawa kayo ng isang art or isang visual arts? Okay? And next, we have the composition. So the arrangement of elements within a work of art, including balance, harmony, and unity. So it means how the parts of the artwork are arranged po. So dapat balance and pleasing daw, na makikita yung isang visual arts. So when we say composition, so ito lang yung arrangement ng mga elements, okay? Or arrangement ng mga art na gagawin natin. So saan ba kayong mauuna? Okay, ano ba yung uunahin ninyong i-drawing? Okay, so para maging pleasing, okay, and maging balance, dapat ma-identify daw natin kung ano yung unang i-arrange natin or ano yung unang aayusin natin kapag gumagawa tayo ng isang visual arts. Okay, so I hope you can follow sa mga key terms po natin. So let's proceed. So next, we have the symbolism. So sinasabi lang dito sa symbolism, no, it uses objects or colors to show meaning. So we are using objects or we are using colors to show the meaning of the visual arts or performing arts na ginagawa natin. So for example, magkikreate tayo ng isang art, and for us na ma-show yung meaning ng art. So for example, gumagawa tayo ng isang art na focuses on love. Ano ba yung color na pwede natin gamitin? Okay? So red. Kasi alam natin, when we use red, it means it shows love or affection to other people. Okay? So yun yung sinasabi natin sa symbolism. So next, we have the improvisation. Ayan, so the improvisation, so the spontaneous creation of music or performance is often seen in traditional court music or dance. So it means creating something on the spot po, without any planning. Okay, so like when musicians, no, just like in the Korean court, ayan, so music play by feelings or emotions lang. So from the word improvise, na on the spot po tayong bigla-bigla na lang tayong tutugtog or tutugtog rather, no? Tutugtog tayo because nakaka-feel tayo ng happy. Okay, nakaka-feel tayo ng sad. Okay? So when we say improvisation, creating something on the spot po. Okay? So kapag naisipan lang natin siya, gagawin lang po natin siya. Okay? So let's remember, no, these key terms because we will see them in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean arts later sa mga madidiscuss po natin. So please remember all these key terms or the vocabularies na meron tayo for this discussion. Okay, so let's proceed now with our main topic, which is the salient features of court, performing, and visual arts in China, Japan, and Korea. So let's start with the China. So the performance techniques for the China. So Chinese court performing arts such as Peking opera combine music, dance, and acrobatics. So just like in our previous discussion, no, Peking opera is the famous performing arts, no, ng bansang China, wherein it focuses, no, the main concept of Peking opera is music, dance, and acrobatic, or also known as martial arts po. Okay? Ayan. So it elaborates costumes and stylized movements. So mask and face painting are crucial. So as they represent different characters and emotion. Just like what I've told you, no, sa previous discussion natin na we're in Peking opera. So focus sila, no, sa mga makeups, no, sa mga costumes nila na sinusuot, and even doon sa mga movements na ginagawa nila. So since they are focusing, no, sa mga acrobatics or sa mga martial arts na meron sila in the country China. Ayan. So the colors na ginagamit nila sa mga mask nila or sa mga face painting nila is red, white, and black. Okay, so and each colors na yon meron po silang meaning. Okay, so for red, it focuses on loyalty and bravery. Ayan, so kapag nakita natin na ang makeup po ng mga characters sa Peking opera is meron silang red sa faces. So nagsisymbolize lang yon ng loyalty and bravery. So kapag white naman, so for treachery naman siya. Okay? And then for black naman, and so honesty and strength naman. So those are the colors or meaning ng mga colors na makikita natin sa mga faces ng mga actors, no, or characters sa Peking opera. So for example, kung red ang mukha ng actor, ibig sabihin siya ay matapang at tapat. Okay, so yun po yung sinasabi natin sa mga colors ng mga faces ng mga characters natin or actors natin sa Peking Opera. So hindi lang performance and art yung meron dito, pero meron din silang makeup tells a story. So they are using the makeups, they are using the face painting for them to tell the story of the Peking Opera. Okay? So that is the performance technique in the China po. So next we have the visual arts naman of the China. And so traditional Chinese painting emphasize landscapes and nature. So using techniques like ink wash and calligraphy. So the art often reflects philosophical ideas, particularly Confucianism, which values harmony and balance. So the Chinese paintings often shows mountains, rivers, or even trees. So nagfo-focus sila sa mismong nature natin. So the main subject ng mga visual arts natin in the country China is more on nature po. The kalikasan. Okay? So they use ink wash paintings, so which looks soft and calm. Okay? So they also include calligraphy, writing or writing Chinese characters beautifully is also considered as art po. So we all know naman na all the countries is meron silang sinaunang kasulatan or yung tinatawag natin na calligraphy. Okay? Ayan. So it also shows their beliefs in balance and harmonies. So the ideas from Confucianism. So for example na lang dito, when they paint a bamboo, it means flexibility ang ibig sabihin nun. Kahit yumuko yung bamboo dahil sa hangin, hindi siya mapuputol. So that's symbol of strength and gentleness daw po. Okay, so doon nakafocus ang visual arts ng mga China. More on nature ang main subject po nila. Okay? And of course, today Chinese artists mix the old and new concept of their art forms. So example, they still use ink painting, but they add modern themes like city, life, or technology. Okay, so mas parang nag-evolve na, nagkaroon na ng evolvement, yung visual arts and performing arts ng mga taga-China. Okay? So some even use digital art or yung mga meron na tayong mga animators din, sa China. So this shows that their culture continues to grow and also nag-a-adapt sa pagbabago ng mundo natin. Okay? So those are the informations now about the country China. So let's proceed now with the performance techniques naman in the country Japan. So in Japan, we have two famous performing arts po, which is the No and the Kabuki. So which integrate music, dance, and also a drama. So No is characterized by its slow, stylized movements and use of mass, while Kabuki is known for its vibrant costumes and energetic performances. So just like what I have said, No is focuses on slow and quiet, and also they use mass to show their emotions po. So unlike sa Peking opera natin na they are using face painting for them to show kung ano yung emotions na ginagampanan nila or pinapakita nila. Pero in Japan, performing arts na no, okay, so use sila ng mga maskara na for them to show their emotions. Kapag sad sila, of course, they will use mask na nagpapakita ng sadness. Kapag masaya naman sila, they will use faces na nagpapakita ng happy faces. Okay? And in Kabuki naman, on the other hand, okay, so colorful and energetic na. So full of actions and music na, no? Yung pinapakita sa Kabuki. So for your information also, na only men perform in Kabuki. So kahit na female roles or female characters yung gagampanan, mga male pa rin or mga lalaki pa rin yung mga nagpe-perform or nag-a-act po. So, okay. So, ang tawag natin doon sa mga male natin or mga men performer natin in Kabuki is Onagata. So, Onagata spelled Onnagata. Onagata. Okay. So, they speak in a monotone. So, mababa, no, yung pag speak nila. Okay? So while musicians plays traditional instruments like shamisen. Okay? So in Kabuki, ang pinaka um, instrument na ginagamit po nila is tinatawag natin silang shamisen. Okay? So shamisen or shamisen spelled Shamisen. Shamisen. So that is the famous or the traditional instrument used in Kabuki. Okay, so that is the information about the performance technique from the country, Japan. So next, we have the visual arts naman. Ayan, so in visual arts of the country Japan, nagfo-focus din po sila sa mga aesthetics. Okay, sa mga aesthetic art form natin. So usually, minimalism lang ang pinapakita sa mga visual arts ng bansang Japan. Just like the woodblock prints. Okay? Ayan. So, yun yung mga examples of paintings, no? Na meron po ang mga taga-Japan. Okay, so the emerging concept, just like in the country China, no, yung traditional na concept nila sa paggawa ng mga performing arts and visual arts is ini-emerge nila or pinagko-combine nila sa mga modern styles na natin or techniques na meron sa panibagong panahon. Okay? So just like in the manga and animation or anime, wherein before, nakikita lang sila or ginagamitan lang sila, ginagawa lang sila sa mga libro. Pero now, since our world is continuously evolving and also the technology, and we all know naman na Japan is one of the most ang tawag dito parang mayaman no sa pag evolve no ng mga traditions or ng mga technologies nila. Okay, so mas maraming mga techie people na mga Japanese people. Okay, ayan. So in-emerge nila yung mga mangas, no? Ginawa nila ng animation, which is yung tinatawag natin na anime na pinapanood po natin. Okay, so ganoon ini-emerge yung tradition and yung new tradition or new concept ng mga taga-Japan po. Okay, so let's proceed with the performance techniques naman. Ayan. So for the performance techniques of the country Korea, so in Korea, court music is called guka. Okay? So in this guka naman, so it's usually played no during royal ceremonies and festivals. So they use instruments like uh gayagum and gumongo. Okay? So their performances shows respect and harmony. So values from Confucianism and Buddhism. So Gukka is also tawag dito parang isa rin siya sa mga performing arts no ng bansang Korea. So, 'di ba, before sa last discussion natin, ang na-discuss lang natin na isang performing arts or court music no ng bansang Korea is yung Yangak. Okay? Pero ito pa daw yung isa sa mga performing arts na ginagawa sa bansang Korea, which is the Gukak. Okay? Ayan. So next, let's proceed with the visual arts naman of the country Korea. So Korean art is known for Celadon pottery. So ang mga arts or mga visual arts ng Korea is nagfo-focus sila sa mga paggawa ng mga pottery or yung mga paso, bases, okay? Na kung saan ang color na usually ginagamit nila is green. Okay? Ayan. And also, of course, no, yung traditional cloth nila or yung traditional na damit nila, which is the hanbok. Okay? Ayan. And of course, the modern Korean art mixes the traditional with the new. So like K-pop and K-drama. Okay? Ayan. So those are the informations about the performing techniques, visual arts, and emerging concepts of the three countries. So let's proceed with the cultural connection, exploring court music, performing, and visual arts in East Asia. Okay? So these are the instruments no, na makikita natin sa mga court music ng tatlong bansa or yung mga visual arts and performing arts na meron po sila. First, we have the China again. So, ang nagagamit no in China performing arts or mga court music nila or mga visual art nila is yung mga instruments din nila. So, in here meron tayong or meron ako ipapakita sa inyo na three examples of instruments no, na ginagamit sa mga court music and or performing arts sa bansang China. So, first instrument is we have guken. So guken has a 7 strings. So guken is also type of sitar or zither instruments po. So for us to play this one, of course, we have to pluck no, or we have to move the strings for us to make a music or sounds po. So ito yung isa sa mga instruments na ginagamit sa mga visual or performing arts rather ng mga taga-China. So we have the guqin. So again, guqin has 7 strings. So it is also part or family ng mga zither instruments po. Okay? So ang guqin, kapag narinig natin to, makaka-feel tayo ng calmness and maganda po siya sa uh, tenga natin because it produces elegant music po. Okay? So for a while, let's proceed. So next we have the Eru and Pipa. So Eru and Pipa also type of zither, no, instruments. So Pipa has a 2 strings fiddle. So kapag meron tayong Eru, so meron lang daw siyang 2 strings. Okay? Unlike sa um, doon sa nauna natin na instrument, it has 7 strings. Okay? And arrow, mapiplay lang natin ng arrow kapag nakalagay siya sa mismo lap natin or sa may hita natin. Okay? And next one, we have the pipa naman. So, a pear shape lute. So, it also a zither instrument po. Okay? So those are the 3 instruments na meron po ang country China. So next we have the visual arts naman. So ito yung mga ginagamit or ginagawa, no, sa bansang China. So meron silang mga pottery, okay? Meron silang mga wood blocks or calligraphy rather, and the Chinese silk rice paper. Ayan. So dito, usually ginagawa nila yung calligraphy nila. So sa silk rice paper, doon sila usually nagsusulat. Okay? And so those are the types of visual arts from the country, China. So again, it includes silk rice paper and ceramics and mainly porcelain. So next, we have the techniques naman. Ayan, so silk and bamboo. Ayan, so sabi dyan, techniques such as silk and bamboo. So ensembles highlight the blending of string and wind instruments. So in the country China, so hindi lang sila nag-focus sa mga instruments or string instrument, but also they uh, create as well, no, yung mga aerophone instruments na meron po sila. So doon nag um, doon nagfo-focus, no, yung mga taga China. Okay, so the Chinese painting techniques often involve ink washing and calligraphy. So emphasizing brushwork and negative space. So the intricate design on ceramics showcase glazing techniques that have been refined over centuries po. Ayan. So then in the next meeting, so next meeting natin, so magpapakita ako ng mga examples of paintings and or visual arts na meron po ang bansang China. So let's proceed now with the Japan naman. So sa Japan, mas focus po nila especially, no, doon sa court music natin na gagaku. So more on aerophone or wind instruments ang mga gamit po nila. So in gagaku, makikita natin sa mga instrumentalist natin, gumagamit sila ng sho and hichiriki. Ayan, so cho and hichikiriki is a type of wind instruments po. Ayan. So next we have the media naman or the visual arts of the Japan. So ito yung sinasabi natin sa wood block prints natin na kung saan they are creating a painting na minimalist lang and aesthetic. So yun yung sinasabi natin. Okay, so di ba kanina nasabi natin na ang visual arts, no, ng Japan is nagfo-focus sila sa nature. So ang subject nila is more on nature. Ayan, so nagpapakita sila ng dagat, no, the mountains, and also yung mga iba pang nakikita nila, no, sa kapaligiran nila. Okay? So diyan naka-focus ang media or visual arts ng bansa Japan. So next, ayan, so in Gagaku court music, so nabanggit ko na sa inyo to last discussion. So nakafocus sila sa mga slow and stately rhythms, yung mga long and slow music natin. Okay? So let's proceed now with the Korean naman. Ayan. So this is the um, picture or itsura ng gayagu. So it is also a zither, no, instrument. So gayagum, if I'm not mistaken, it has 12 strings po. Okay? And gumongo naman, it has 6 string instruments. Okay, so yan po ang itsura ng mga instrument po, no, ng Korea. And makikita natin sa court music ng Yangak and doon po sa second court music na meron po sila. Okay? So, and also, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, na kung saan ang media or visual arts ng bansang Korea is they are making pottery or porcelain. Na kung saan they use green colors, no, for their pottery. And also yung sinaunang kasuotan po nila or their traditional clothing, which is the hanbok. Okay? So let's proceed now with the theatrical transformations, applying makeup to the tone of court music. So in Kabuki, so meron tayong different types of makeups, no? Ayan. So katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, in Kabuki, ang mga gumaganap po is more on male or lalaki. Kahit na female roles yung gagampanan nila, mga lalaki pa rin po ang gumaganap. So ang tawag natin sa kanila is onagata. Okay? And so they speak in monotone, so accompanied by traditional instruments. So key features of Kabuki includes its unique music costumes and stage devices. Okay? Ayan. So nasabi ko na sa inyo kanina yan. Okay. So ang mga ang tawag dito, makeups, no, ng mga kabuki actors is tinatawag po natin silang kumadori. Okay? And in kumadori, so we have 4 types of kumadori makeups. Okay, so ano yung mga kumadori makeups na to? So first we have the red, indigo blue, and black, green, and purple. Ayan. So for red, strength and passion. So kapag indigo, blue, and black, fear often for villains. Okay, and ghosts of or supernatural beings, yung mga merong kapangyarihan. Okay, so green yung nasa face nila. Okay? And kapag nobility naman, ayan, kapag noble, no? Kapag mataas or um, importante, no, yung um, role nila. So purple naman yung makikita natin. So these are the makeups, no, ayan, na makikita natin sa kabuki. So types of kumadori makeup. First, we have the Mukimo or Mukimi Goma makeup. So has red binagoma and is used for roles that are full of youthful and sensuality and have a strong sense of justice. So Mukimi Goma is for youthful heroes. And so sa mga gumaganap na bata, usually nakikita natin itong makeup na ito. Okay? And the next one, we have the Ipungguma. Ayan. So Ipungguma makeup also, it has a red binuguma and is used for roles that are strong and reliable but also rough and rascally. Okay, so that is the Ipungguma. So next we have the Nihuguma. Ayan, so Nihuguma makeup for calm and majestic adults naman siya. So kung yung kanina, which is yung nauna natin, okay, ayan. So ang Mukimiguma is for youthful naman siya. Ang Nihuguma naman is for adult naman siya. Okay. Ayan. And then we have the Sujiguma makeup. Ayan, so Sujiguma makeup is usually makikita natin siya sa mga warriors. Okay? And then next we have the Gakikeo no Kuma. Gakikeo no Kuma is mostly or usually nakikita natin sila sa mga valiant heroes na kung saan hero sila pero nagiging kalaban sila, no, kalaunan. Okay? So next, ito naman yung sa mga villain na talaga natin. Okay? So tinatawag natin itong Kugera or Kugare. Okay? So Kugare makeup is for villains or yung mga masasamang tao natin in the Kabuki. So next we have the Akotsura naman. So Akotsura makeup are used for roles of thoughtless thugs and or who are the retainers or subordinates of great villains. So ito yung mga kampon, no, or alipin ng mga villains natin. So, ganyan po yung mga makeups nila. Okay, so next we have the Chaguma makeup. Ayan, so Chaguma makeup is for ghosts or spirits role natin. Okay. And of course, we have the Saraguma makeup naman. So this is for the roles of heroic samurai who are comical and humorous despite their status. So Saraguma means monkey kuma. So ang monkey kuma or yung mga Saraguma, ito yung mga nagpe-play ng mga samurai sa kabuki. Okay? And then next we have the Namazuka or Namazumuku or Namazuguma makeup. Ayan. So, I'm sorry for the pronunciation. So, medyo may hirap silang bigkasin. Okay? Ayan. So, these kuma are used for roles that are dim-witted and make up audience laugh despite their villainy. So, ito rin yung mga makeups na kung saan at first they are heroes pero all of a sudden bigla silang nagiging villain. Okay? So, when you see kabuki actors with red lines on their faces, that means they are heroes po. Just like what I've said, na kung saan nung una, hero siya. So, since meron siyang red and all of a sudden, bigla siya nagkaroon ng indigo blue. Okay? So, ang ibig sabihin po kasi niyan is bigla po siya naging villain or bigla siya naging masamang tao. Okay? So, in traditional Peking opera, so each character has unique facial designs. So, this design reflects the character's personality and use various colors to enrich the stage palette and enhance dramatic conflict. So, the main type of facial makeup are jing or painted faces and chu or clown. So, these are the examples of the makeup in Peking opera po. Okay, so katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, the colors na meron tayo in Peking opera is red, white, and black po. Okay? Ayan. And then, ayan. So, yan yung sinasabi ko po sa inyo. Okay? So, they have red and black and white. Okay? Ayan. So, blue face, ibig sabihin po nun is bravery and pride. White face, treachery and cunning. So when we say trickery or treachery, so ito yung mga nandoloko, no? And the face with the white patch, pawning and base characters. So sila yung mga bida daw. Okay? Ayan. So Chang Jin Liang is a famous clown player. So is able to make close to 1,000 varieties of facial makeup. So this is a self-portrait of Zhang Jinliang who played Chong Gong Dao in Yu Tang Chon de Cortesan. So ito daw or dito daw nagsimula yung mga makeups natin in Peking Opera. So sa kanya daw nag-start yung mga different makeups, no, in Peking Opera. Okay? So let's have the summary of our discussion. So to summarize everything, no? So first we have in the China, so it focuses on the philosophy, balance, and craftsmanships ng mga visual arts and performing arts ng bansang China. And also in country Japan, sabi nga dyan, Japanese arts focuses on aesthetics, refinement, and minimalism. So and Korean art highlights harmony and with nature and improvisational elements. So these differences reflect the distinct cultural values and historical context of each society. So in Japan, so they value no the simplicity, beauty, and discipline na kung saan when they are making visual arts, they focuses on aesthetics and minimalism. Okay, and in Korea naman ang highlight ng mga visual art and performing arts nila is more on harmony with nature and also nagpapakita ng mga emotions. So all three countries combined no their traditional and modern styles to show their identity in art and performances. Okay? So with that, thank you very much for listening, and that's all for our discussion in music and art. So thank you very much and keep safe, everyone. So see you all in face-to-face classes. Okay? So thank you very much for listening and have a good day po.